So I'd like us to start today sitting up in a comfortable cross-legged position. It's always helpful to pull the flesh of the buttocks back behind the sit bones. And we'll start with a nice deep breath in, lifting up through the crown of the head, elongating the spine. And a nice slow breath out, feeling the shoulders relaxing down, the sit bones sinking into the ground. Continuing with deep breath, lengthening up and releasing down. Let's drop the chin to the chest. And with the throat being constricted like this, it might be easy for you to engage Ujjayi breathing. So let's all begin breathing this way where you drag the breath in through the back of the throat, making the sound like a radiator. Sounds almost like wind blowing. Letting the weight of the head be heavy and forward. The breath pulls in slowly. It's still coming in and out of the nostrils, but the effort to pull the breath in doesn't happen in the nose, it happens in the throat. It's kind of like what you do if you're drinking out of a straw and you're trying to suck the last bits off the bottom of the glass. Then move the chin to the left shoulder, keeping it forward, and the breath long and slow through the back of the throat. And then over to the right shoulder. And then begin to circle the head around, using the least amount of effort that you can. Almost like the head is floating in circles. Stay within a range of motion that doesn't cause any pain if you have neck issues. And when you're ready, reverse directions. Come back to center. Head neutral. Spine tall. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold, fold. Drop the head. Continue your Ujjayi breathing. Let the arms relax. Draw the navel in on your exhale and let your upper back and mid back and lower back all sink in. Walk the hands in. Roll yourself up. Inhale, reaching up. Notice the cross of your legs, which one is in front or on top. And then release and shake them up. Good. And then cross the other way. Inhaling tall. Exhaling, shoulders down. And then place the right hand beside you on the ground. Inhale the left arm up. Exhale the hand over above the right ear. And then drop the head to the left. Now let that left shoulder release down away from the ear. And then inch the fingers of the right hand out to the side without leaning to the right, staying in the center. Stay with your Ujjayi breath. Move the hand to the left side of the head and press your head up. And release that hand down to the ground. Inhale, right arm. Exhale the hand over to the side of the head and let your head drop to the left. And then reach out through the right fingers. Walk them away from you. Listen to the sound of your breath. You should feel the vibration of the breath in the back of the throat. Right shoulders down. And bring the hand over to the right side of the head to lift the head up and release the hand down. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale and fold. Relax the hands, the head, drop the elbows. Stream the breath slowly through the body. Feel it moving through the back of the throat and then through the back of the body. Navel in on the exhale Surrender the weight of your body toward the earth. Notice if you're holding on. Notice if you're resisting. Notice where there's a sense of tension. Every exhale, long and slow, releasing the tension, releasing the resistance, letting the body fall into. Walk the hands in, pulling yourself up. Reach up on the inhale. Exhale the hands together at the heart. Stay with your breath. That slow, even Ujjayi breath as you roll over onto hands and knees. The rhythm and the sound of the breath is like a background track to the movement. You're welcome to be on fists if your hands are happier that way. Lining your wrists under your shoulders and your knees under your hips. And your next exhale, tuck the tailbone, lift the belly, lift the ribs, drop the head. Then on the inhale, start at the tailbone, rippling up, all the way up as the eyes lift at the height of the inhale. Staying with your nice, long, slow, Ujjayi breath, and letting the movement follow the pace of your breath. No hurry. Take your time to breathe the whole breath. And then make your way back to neutral spine, table position. Again, feeling the weight of the arm bones sinking straight down, the upper leg bones sinking straight down. Bring your gaze to the ground in front of you. And then send the right leg straight back. And lift the belly to support the back. And then send the left arm forward. Ujjayi breath. Bend the back leg, reach your left hand for your right foot, and kick up and back and look up. Explore the full range of your breath. Get it up into the chest. And release. Bring the knee to the forehead. If you're on fists, come onto hands. Keep the knee in like this. Curl the back toes under and lift the back knee. Keeping the hips down so you're not in downward dog. You're in plank with the right knee to the right elbow. And then push back, lifting the right leg up. Flex the right foot, push into the right, into both hands. On your next inhale, look forward and then step the right foot up between the hands. Bring the back heel onto the ground at an angle. Push into the feet, lift yourself up. Reach the arms up. Warrior one. Press that left thigh back. Feel as you press the thigh back how you can root the foot more deeply into the ground. Then bring the tailbone under like you're aiming it for your right knee. Maybe take your gaze up. Breathe into your chest. And then bring the left hand to the left leg. Inhale, reach up through the right arm. And exhale, lean back. Tailbone under. And then bring both hands down to the ground. Step back into plank. And hold. Good. Then lower down slowly. You can bring the knees down first, but keep the knees off the ground, bending the elbows by your side. Maybe hovering above the ground for those who can hold here. And then push into the hands. Curl, uncurl the toes. Come into cobra. Come into upward dog. It's fine to be on your forearms and be in Sphinx pose if that's going to work better for you. Spread the breath across the collarbones. Good. And then push the hips back. Press the hands forward. Ujjayi breath. And then come back up onto hands and knees. Or fists and knees. Looking straight down. Keep the spine straight. And then send your left leg back. Bring the right arm forward. So see how my neck is in line with the rest of my spine and in line with that arm. That's what we're shooting for. We're not looking forward and then bending the neck. We want a straight line. Bend the back knee, reach your right hand for your left foot. Keep the Ujjayi breath flowing. Kick up, now look up. Kicking the foot into the hand. And release the hand down, round the back, bring the knee in. Curl the right toes under, lift the right knee, keeping the hips down. And push forward with the hands, back with the hips. And lift that left leg up, flexing the foot. Straighten the hips. Push out through the heel, down through the hands. And then on your next inhale, look forward and step the foot up, left foot. Back heel comes to the ground, that foot is on an angle. And lift yourself up, reaching up through the arms. The right thigh presses back, but the right hip comes forward. Tailbone comes forward. Looking up, reaching up, breathing up. And then the right hand lowers onto the right leg. Inhale, reach straight up with the left arm, and then lean back. And release the hands down. Step forward. Bend the knees. Bend the knees enough so that it feels like, almost like you're sitting on a chair. Let your head release down. Let weight come out of your arms. The arms are just heavy. And then just shift the weight a little bit from the toes to the heels. Staying with your breath. Lower the buttocks as much as you can without coming into a squat. Just stretching out the lower back. Breathe into it. And then keep the knees bent. Lift the upper body. Reach the arms up. Keep the sit bones aiming for the heels. And then lift the gaze up through the hands. Bring the hands together at the heart. Take a breath here. Keep the knees bent. Exhale. Bring the right elbow over the left knee. Look up toward the sky. Take a deep breath. And on your exhale, push the left hand down into the right hand, moving the hands more toward the center of your chest, moving the ribs up and to the left. Good. Come back to center. Lift your chest. Keep the knees bent. Inhale. Exhale. Other side. Left elbow, right knee. Looking up past your elbow. Breath in. Exhale. Push strongly. Right hand into left. Turning the ribs. Feeding the pose with your breath. And come center. Release the hands, hanging over the legs. And then slowly roll yourself up. Reach the arms up. Inhale. Exhale the hands behind the back. Interlace the fingers and step the legs wide. Have the heels be a little bit wider than the big toes so that the outer edges of the feet are parallel to each other. Roll the shoulders back and the shoulder blades in. Lift the fists. Take a breath in. And exhale, bend over. Let the arms come up. Push down into the feet, lift up through the thighs. Slow, long Ujjayi breath. Roll the shoulder blades in toward the spine. Relaxing the muscles in the upper back as you exhale. And on your next inhale, lift up. Make a note which thumb is on the outside. Then bring the heels in. Keep the toes where they are. Bend the knees. Take the arms out to the side and bend the elbows. Take a breath in and sink. And inhale, elbows back. Exhale, elbows together. Inhale, elbows up. Exhale down. Inhale, elbows back. Exhale, elbows together. Keep the elbows, palms, forearms together as you press up on the inhale. Good. Exhale, drop the sit bones. Good. 2 more times at your own pace. Once you're complete, release the hands down. Bring the toes in. Step together. Feet hip width apart. Just be still here, eyes closed. Maybe turning the palms forward to open the heart a little more. Feeling the legs releasing down into the earth. Feeling the head lifting up toward the sky. Feel the upward movement of the inhale, lifting you taller. The downward movement of the exhale, sinking you deeper. Spaciousness and groundedness. Without losing your connection to your inner experience, your breath, your sensations, your aliveness. Open your eyes and shift weight into your left leg, feeling the bones of the leg, connecting with the earth. Good. And then bring the left hand onto the hip. Look at a spot in front of you. Fix your eyes in the stillness. And then you're going to lift that right knee. Option 1, open the leg out to the side. Option 2, hold the leg and straighten it. For those of you who you can wrap the first 2 fingers of your right hand around your right big toe and then straighten the leg. See if you can move it more out to the side, moving the back of the thigh toward the rug behind you. Steady your breath. Steady your eyes. And release down. Release your hand. Close your eyes. Notice how deeply your left leg connects with the ground. And then start to feel your right leg sinking in as you shift your weight there. Keeping the breath flowing and the mind connected. Open the eyes. Bring your right hand onto your hip. Lift your left leg up. Again, option one, just opening that hip. Option two, holding the leg and try to straighten it. Option three, fingers to toe. Move the leg back into the space behind you. And release. Relax your arm. Close the eyes. Feel both feet. Feel the breath. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, reach behind you. Clasp the opposite thumb. If you have forgotten, just clasp whichever way you're not inclined to. Roll the shoulders back and in toward each other. Lift the hands away from the body. Inhale, look up, breathe into your chest. Exhale, fold forward. When you inhale, feel your chest breathing. And then when you exhale, let the space behind your chest sink toward your chest. The upper back relaxing toward the heart, letting those shoulder blades move into the center of your back. And lift yourself up. Release the hands, reach up, inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, bring your hands to the ground, and step your right foot back. Press back through the right heel, down through the left foot, lift the chest. Now bring your left hand onto your left leg. Lift your body up. Bring
Looks like we lost Susan. Z. You're on mute, Z.
We can't hear you.
Z, can you hear us?
Sorry. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Teresa. Okay. Hopefully you've been able to follow me. Lift your torso parallel to the ground. Bring your left hip back and reach forward through the crown of your head so that you're elongating your spine in this position. Now move your right hand toward your left foot. You may be able to place it on top of your foot. If you're very flexible, you can place it over to the other side of your foot. If you can't place it anywhere other than the shin, that works too. It's just going to be a little bit harder to balance. If you have a block or something handy, you might want to bring your hand onto that. Okay, now again, we're focusing on straightening and lengthening the spine here on the inhale, and then on the exhale, we're going to rotate. Bring your left hand to your left hip. Inhale, push back in the right foot and lengthen out through the crown of your head. Exhale, draw your navel in and up toward the sky, to the left. Good, if you can, look up. Let the ribs keep twisting. And then let's float that left arm up to the sky. Keep your back heel on the ground if you can. Keep getting long as you inhale, turning as you exhale. Bend the front knee, bring the hands down. Step back into plank. Holding here. Holding. Ujjayi breath. And then step your left foot forward. Bring your right heel down. Oh, sorry, wrong way. Right foot forward. Sorry, guys. Now bring your back heel down. And then bring your right hand onto your right leg. And lift up. Reaching up. Pressing down with the right hand, left hand. Back heel down. Good. And then rotate your belly and bring the elbow down and reach across. Taking your gaze to where the ceiling meets the wall behind you, the corner. Push back into your left foot. Reach out of your left hand. Breathe long and slow. And then bring the hands down. Step the back foot forward, about a foot or so, straightening the front leg. Relaxing over. There are parts of your body that are going to be working and not relaxing. But see if you can let the parts that don't need to work relax. The arms can relax. If you need the hands for balance, just touch lightly. And then lift your head and try to get your torso parallel to the ground. Good. Pull the right hip back and reach the head forward, making lots of space and length. And then move the left hand toward the right foot, onto it or cross over to the other side of it. And bring the right hand onto the hip. Please don't hurry to get into the full pose. You're just going to end up twisting your shoulder and not twisting your spine. So keep your hand on the hip. Push back into your left foot to help lengthen forward through the crown of your head. Feel your spine get long as you inhale. And then as you exhale, aim your navel for your right shoulder, turning. Inhale long, exhale turn. And then let's float that right arm up. Breathe all the way up into the right side of the chest. Good. And release down. One hand on either side of the foot. Step back into plank. We're going to roll over onto side plank. So letting your right foot twist so that the outer edge of the foot is on the ground. For those of you who need to bring the right knee down, just bring the right knee down. And then we're going to lift that left arm straight up. And then that left foot, if you're able to, can stack right on top of the right foot. Ujjayi breath. And then come down into plank. And other side. Rolling to the outer edge of the left foot or bringing the knee down. Stacking the right foot on top or leaving it on the ground. Reaching the right arm up. And bringing the hand down. And then let's all bring the knees down. Fold the hand under so that the wrist is bent and the palm is facing up. Let's do both hands, stretching the wrists. And then just sit on the heels, shake the hands out a bit. Good. And then come back onto the hands or fists. We won't be there long. Good. Now, let your chest drop down. Come onto your elbows. Place the palms down on the ground. Good. Keep breathing here. And now we're going to walk the knees out to the side. Keep the knees in line with the hips and right angles at the knees, so the ankles are in line with the knees. And you're going to let the knees slide away from the body. If you can release your chest all the way down and your forehead rests on the stacked hands or stay on elbows. Deep, slow breath. Good. And if you're on the hands, lift back up onto the elbows. And then back up onto the hands, straightening the arms. And bring the knees in. Okay. Curl the toes, walk the hands in, and lift the knees. Bring the arms inside the knees. Have the hands shoulder width apart, fingers spread nice and wide. So already the knees are roughly at the triceps, the backs of the upper arms. We're going to try to keep that connection and just shift the whole weight forward, starting by coming up higher onto the toes and lifting the sit bones. And then as you come forward, the elbows will bend. You want to keep the elbows in, lining up with the wrists. And then, if you can, lift your feet off the ground. The key to this is using the alignment of your arms. If you're using the proper alignment, anybody can do it. It doesn't actually take strength. It's just mechanics. So if the elbows are in with the shoulders and the wrists, and then you get to the place where the elbows are right over the wrists, then you just have these bones here, the forearm bones, sinking into the ground. It's about leaning far enough forward to get there. And then the feet kind of just float off. Okay, last try, or if you're in it, last breath. And then come down. Bring the hands behind you. Sit. Bring the heels together out in front of you, making a square with your legs. Pull the flesh of the buttocks back behind the sit bones. Bring the backs of the hands together, fingers pointing down, and just roll the hands. And reverse. Good. And reach the arms up. Inhale. And exhale forward. Slow, long, deep breath. Relaxing arms, relaxing head. And then roll yourself up, reach the arms up. Bring the knees up. Lean back and lift the feet up. If the arms up is too hard, just bring them forward. If you need to hold on to the legs to make that work, hold on to the legs. And if you want, you can straighten the legs. Ujjayi breath. And bring the feet down. And tuck the chin and slowly lower onto your back. Once you've come all the way down, no hurry if you're not there. Once you have, just tuck your tailbone, come back down, and then fold your shoulder blades in a little bit, as though I were pressing down on the fronts of your shoulders, pushing them into the ground. Release the legs and shake them out. If you have an eye pillow, place it on your eyes. And we'll all take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth. Release the weight of the body into the earth. Inhale, nose. Exhale, mouth, releasing the weight of the jaw. Lips slightly part. Inhale, nose. Exhale, mouth. Releasing the activity of the mind. Bringing your awareness to your breath. And releasing the Ujjayi breath. Releasing the breath entirely. There's the breath that we take, and there's the breath that we receive. Now we'll just receive the breath. Feeling the body breathing on its own. Resting the mind in the feel of the breath. Breathing for us. Letting go of thought. Letting go of bones. Letting go of muscles. Letting go of effort. Deeply relax. Letting go. Letting go. Letting go. And take a deep breath in, moving fingers and toes. Reach the arms overhead. Take a deep breath as you stretch long. Hug the knees to the chest, rocking side to side, massaging the back, feeling the back getting massaged. And come center. Bring the bottoms of the feet together, the palms together, rub hand to hand, and foot to foot. And then roll onto either side, resting your head on your underside arm. Feeling your body resting on the ground. Noticing how you feel. And then pressing yourself back up to sitting any way you're comfortable. Sit bones down, spine lifted tall. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands together at the heart. Inhale the heart up to the hands. Exhale, shoulders relax down. Inhale deep, breathing from bottom to top. Take it all in, let it all go. Drop the chin to the chest. Namaste.